Hi guys, hi to every trader out there, even here. Really happy to be here with the first episode of our new series, CLC Trading Free Watchlist. In this series, we will share some in-depth update with our setup on the analysis that we share in our free Telegram channel. So we are ready to share some update on Australian dollar, US dollar, euro, Japanese yen and GBP USD for this week. Today in Italy and France is holiday, so I expect a slow day with low volatility, but for me there are few opportunities that we can take. So we can start with Australian dollar, US dollar on the 4-hour time frame. We can see here that the price here has reached this critical area where we have these yearly lows here, this bearish trend line, and we can see that the price, after a small consolidation area just few pips above this critical area, form this huge 4-hour candle, bearish candle, that break these yearly lows and this bearish trend line and form new multi-year lows here. But we can see that just after this candle, the price start another bullish phase that bring the price to close the daily candle above this area. And going on the daily time frame, we can see here this bearish channel. But we can see that the price here has formed this huge lower shadow on the daily time frame, and for me this was a clear stop hunt. So the market has tried to cut off all the retail traders from a long position here, and the price has formed this huge lower shadow to reach the measure of stop loss possible of the retail trader before the next push to the upside. Here we can see that from this from the start of the last bearish phase, and using Fibonacci from this point, we can see that we have this Fibonacci level just few pips below 0.69 here. So after this huge stop hunt, I expect a correction around this area before the continuation to the upside or the next bullish move. Come back on the 4-hour time frame. We can see here that the price after this bullish movement start another bullish phase, but we can see that the price failed to pass here this mini resistance zone, and we can see that the price here has formed a first bearish engulfing candle here that bring the price another time to touch these yearly lows. We can see here that the price is forming a consolidation area without a main direction. So for this reason, guys, I expect a quite slow weekend, because I expect that the price maybe will stay above these annual lows here, but I don't expect a strong signal before the weekly closing, because we take some good profit here and some good profit here, and the price always come back to touch our stop loss at break even. So for me, this is a critical signal that the price has not the strength to go higher for this moment. So now we have to carefully watch the price action here, especially on the daily time frame. Try to understand if the price will give us a strong bullish signal. But in any case, I personally will wait the weekly closing to understand if the price will find the strength for another bullish phase, or the price before the weekly closing will break another time this area and will close the weekly candle below this area, because this will be a huge bearish signal for this pair. But for now, guys, not much to say really here. If you want to take a very risky trade, you have to wait a clear bullish signal around this area where we have these annual lows because a clear bullish signal here could give us a good entry point for a small long trade, obviously with target around 0.6810, because for now the price has not found a strength this week to pass this mini resistance. So if you want to take a small trade from this point, wait for a clear bullish signal, but place your take profit around this area 0.6810 and not higher, because the price for me this week seems not ready to pass this resistance here. So for now we need to only watch the price action around this level. I hope you take some good profit from these two possible long trade, but for now guys, the situation it's not clear, because for me the price need a deeper correction, but we can see that the price failed to go higher. So now we need to wait the weekly closing, look carefully at the chart during the weekend, and we need to make a new setup, try to understand the next big move for Australian dollar, US dollar. Now we can watch the next one, Euro Japanese yen on the daily time frame here guys, because we have a potential setup from this point, but the last week we can see that the price failed to reach our entry point around 120.30 and start another bearish phase, and we can see here that the price this week opened with a big bearish gap below this massive support here 118.35, and after this huge bearish gap the price start to form bullish and bearish signal. So we can see here that the price tried to go higher, close the daily candle above this key level, and for me this is a critical signal, but we can see that the price yesterday has formed a massive bearish engulfing candle that bring the price another time below this key level. So for me guys, this was a massive bearish signal, and we can see that today the price first tried to go higher, but we can see that the price is forming a huge upper shadow. So for me now the next critical thing to watch will be the daily closing. Try to understand if the price during the day will find the strength to come back above this level, because a daily closing above this key level will be a first bullish signal for a deeper correction. But if the price will close the daily candle below this level with a huge upper shadow, this will be a massive signal that the price is ready to reach new lows and there's not the strength to come back above this key level. For now guys, we need to only to wait and look carefully at the price action on the daily time frame, because we can see here on the 4-hour time frame many bullish and bearish signal around this area, and we can see on the 4-hour time frame this huge shooting star candle. The last 4-hour closing formed this huge shooting star candle. So now we need to watch carefully the next 4-hour closing, because if the price will confirm this bearish engulfing, I expect another touch of this area. But on the other hand, if the price will come back above this area, this setup could be a good opportunity for us. But for now guys, we need only to watch the price action, especially on the 4-hour time frame here and the daily closing, because a clear signal could give us a good entry point for a possible setup. For now guys, if the price will come back above this mini support area, we will have to carefully watch the price action very carefully, because we can see here that a clear reaction of this area bring the price in the last weeks to a bullish movement. So if the price will reach this area, we will have to carefully watch clear bullish signal, because a clear bullish signal and a reaction of this area could give us a good entry point for a long setup with target maybe around this area, because I prefer to not go higher. We can see clear reaction here, here and here. So I repeat, if the price will reach this area and will give us a good bullish signal and a good entry point, this will be a good entry point for a setup with target around this area, because we can see here that the price already react this level many times this week. But for now, guys, we need only to wait and look carefully at the price action between 118.35 and this mini support area, because a clear break to the upside of this area or a clear break of this area to the downside will be a strong signal for this pair. And now we can watch the last one, GBP USD. We are on the daily time frame and we can see a huge bearish movement from this pair in the last weeks, especially after this break of 1.24, because after this daily closing below this level, the price start a huge bearish movement that reach perfectly this yearly support 1.21. We can see that in the last days, the price has formed a series of doji candle here, just few pips above this level, and we can see that the price here has formed this massive bearish candle that just few hours before the weekly closing last week bring the price to break this yearly support and close below it. So I expect a retest this week before every other moves, and we can see that the price has reached many times this yearly support this week but failed to go higher, and this morning the price is forming a clear bullish engulfing candle. So now we need only to wait the daily closing, because a daily closing above this key level will be a huge bullish signal for GBP USD. But a clear reaction of this area another time and maybe another upper shadow will be the confirm that the price is ready to go lower, because the price didn't find the strength to come back above this level and the bearish pressure is too high. So as explained in the morning update on our site, guys, not much to say really here. We need only to wait and look carefully at the daily time frame, because come back above and daily closing above this slowdown area could bring the price to touch another time this bearish trend line, but a clear reaction here and maybe a bearish signal after another reaction will be a strong bearish signal that could bring the price to new lows under this yearly support. For now, guys, we are in a critical area, so let's settle the market and look only at the daily time frame. Because also on the dollar index, we can see here on the daily time frame that the price here form a new multi-year high, but fail to go higher, and from this point the price start a huge bearish movement that bring the price to touch another time this bullish trend line and this key level 97 here. After this massive bearish candle, the price opened the wick here another time above this bullish trend line, and we can see that from this point the price start a bullish movement that bring the price another time just few pips below 98. So the price is in a critical area for now, and now we need to wait the daily closing first of all and then the weekly closing, try to understand if the price will find the strength to break to the upside with a weekly closing above 98. This will be a huge signal for the US dollar, and could be a huge signal that the US dollar has the strength to go higher. But another reaction of this key level and maybe a comeback below this slowdown area, this will be a huge bearish signal for all the pair with the US dollar, and could bring the price to a deeper bearish movement to touch another time this bullish trend line. For now, guys, we are in a critical area with many pair, because with Australian dollar, US dollar, we are on just few pips above these multi-year lows and the bearish trend line. Similar situation on GBP USD, because the price has just break the multi-year lows and the yearly support 1.21, and the dollar index is just few pips below 98. So we have many pair on critical areas, and this for me is a critical signal that the market are ready for a big move, because where many pairs are on critical level, I expect a big move before the next main direction. So now, first of all, look carefully the dollar index, because I will personally look first of all at the dollar index this week, especially because watching at the macroeconomic side, this afternoon we will have some strong news on the US dollar, and for me this will be a catalyzer for the rest of the week, because tomorrow afternoon, today afternoon and tomorrow we don't have any news, so those will be the last news of the week, and 3 news on the US dollar for me could be a good boost for the volatility, especially on today and tomorrow, because the markets are closed in many countries. And we have already seen that with the market with so low volatility, the President Trump and trade between China and US push the volatility to the upside, especially with the tweet of yesterday and this morning here. So I expect maybe some volatility after the evolution of the situation on the trade war between China and US. But today we will have this news on the US economy. So a strange result of this news could be a strong catalyzer for all the pair. For now, we are on critical level, guys, especially on the dollar index and GBP USD. So look carefully the price action, because clear reaction of this level will bring us good entry point for a massive setup. I hope this free watch list can help you for the rest of the week, today and tomorrow. From the next week, every Wednesday evening, you will find a new free watch list every week with all our pair with the most interesting setup for the CLC trading. I hope this video can help you. Click subscribe and leave a comment and a like if you like this video and if our information are helping you. So thank you for watching this video, guys. I hope this first episode was good, and I'm very happy for the next episode next week, and I'm very looking forward for the next episode. Thank you, guys, and I wish you a good day.